Good morning, and thank you for tuning into the Andrew Tate Show, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We've got a great show for you guys today. We're going to be covering Roger Goodell, a little bit about the Taylor Swift effect, M&M's diamond-encrusted ring, and make sure you stick around for later in the show when we will be diving into the oddities of the day. Before we start, I'd like to ask that you like and follow the show. Also, we get a number of questions from the viewers that come in during the show, so to ensure that your questions get read on the air, I ask that you use the tips and donation link with your question. The tips and donation link is streamelements.com/gsmcsportsnetwork./tip. This puts your question at the top of the list so that I can see it, and it also just really helps the show. Good afternoon, Tate.
Hello, Miss Faith. Good morning, Miss Faith.
Good morning.
I've already noticed I'm all shiny. So take the gloss off a little bit here.
Yeah.
All right. I don't need you wearing sunglasses here as my head is just glowing here. All right. How's your morning and your night?
Morning is good. I've been up since 2 hours ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm having my tea right now.
So no McDonald's glass then?
No, we've got my waters in my McDonald's glass this morning.
All right. See, it's this weird dynamic where it's early in the morning. So Faith has to get up like super early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just sashay in here about noon.
Yeah. No, I have to get up at 5 every morning for the show to get prepared and ready for it. So
right, that is so unfair. And then I start. It's 12:06 here, and it's just kind of like, oh, I've had my morning. I've done a bunch of stuff. I'm in the middle of my day.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So what do we have going on today, Miss Faith?
Okay, so we're going to start off the show with Roger Goodell. He rejected the idea of streaming only Super Bowl, so only showing the Super Bowl on stream networks. National Football League Commissioner Roger Goodell has dismissed the possibility of a streaming-only Super Bowl despite the league's recent success in airing several games exclusively on direct-to-consumer platforms. Peacock's transition of the Kansas City Chiefs wild-card playoff win over the Miami Dolphins was the first postseason NFL game to be exclusively available on a streaming service and was the biggest live stream event in the U.S., attracting close to 28 million viewers. Speaking ahead of Super Bowl 58, Goodell acknowledged the demand to put more games on streaming platforms, stating, "We have to fish where the fish are," and that the viewing figures showed that our fans are on these platforms. He also noted that the average age of viewers that tune in on Peacock were 10 years younger than other games. But when asked whether a Super Bowl would be streamed exclusively, the NFL commissioner answered, "Certainly not in my time." So.
Okay. I love how he played that very strategically.
Mm-hmm.
First things that popped out of my head right away was we have to fish where the fish are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? Those fish are all swimming and streaming.
Yeah.
And everyone is swimming away from network television.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole thing, not in my,
mm-hmm.
Did he say lifetime or not in my?
Certainly not in my time.
Not in my time. Okay. Unless he plans on leaving sooner than later, it's going to happen. When you start looking at where all the audience are going, everyone is moving toward the streaming services. When you look at the game, I looked at the numbers. I went and pulled the numbers because I thought it was going to be a massive difference between network television, and it really wasn't. It was the lowest of all the ratings for the playoffs during that time, but it was barely the lowest. It was very comparable to the other networks. But more and more people, not by the month, but by the day, are going away from cable television. Cable television is dying.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked in broadcast for quite a while, and I know a lot of people in broadcast, a lot of executives in broadcast. And you start hearing things, and people are talking about how there's so many of the networks are preparing to separate and leave network television. Network television isn't getting younger, it's getting older. When you look at the what he said about the numbers, that the Peacock broadcast came out a decade younger than the network television audience.
Hmm.
It's a sad but true fact is an audience that is a much older audience eventually starts to die off. There isn't this new audience of people that's going to be running uh, to watch network television. Right now, network television has two main audiences: news and sports. That's where their big audience goes
Hmm.
to. So it's changing, and you look around, and live television is running to these streaming services. We did a segment and a show on the fact that the WWE is taking their flagship program, Monday Night Raw, and they're moving it to Netflix. Uh, the slogan, Hulu has live sports.
Hmm.
They're gonna Hulu uh, is wanting to get more and more in, get in bed with college football, involved with NFL football, uh, baseball. All these streaming services are moving toward trying to get more live sports because people are going away from it. YouTube TV, standard YouTube, people are not getting their audience from network television. That's the reason why ESPN has gone to bringing in the Pat McAfees of the world. Cowherd has created the volume. GSMC has built out their sports network because that's where everything is going. Uh, when you start thinking about it, there's many stories out there where they talk about how the network television expects network television to be almost non-existent in the next 5 to 7 years.
I
If
believe it.
network television is going to be gone in 5 to 7 years, ESPN is planning. I remember reading an article where they were speculating that ESPN will break completely away from cable television within that 5 to 7 year period. Well, if that actually happens, where are these programs going to go? Now, what Roger Goodell, who is maybe the best commissioner in sports, a lot of people think it's Adam Silver, but I think it's Roger Goodell. The smart move is he said, we will never go in my tenure or in my time to streaming the Super Bowl exclusively. Leaves the door open to, hey, next year's Super Bowl, you can watch it on ESPN or ABC, but also simulcast on Peacock or YouTube television. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't
You're
under.
going you Yeah, you're gonna see it's gonna be the Super Bowl is going to end up on a streaming service. There's just too much money, there's too many people, and that's where everyone is going. Go ahead, Faith. What were you gonna say?
I don't understand why they're not doing it simultaneously this year, because they started on Peacock this year with some of the sports streamed live on that streaming platform. And if they're saying that they got close to 28 million viewers just on Peacock, I don't
I think it was
understand.
22 million is what I saw. 22 million people watched it on Peacock.
I don't understand why they're like. I understand keeping it on broadcast for certain reasons, but why don't you also do it on a streaming platform as well? I feel like that would double your views. I feel like, right?
That's because there is an entire audience that there's, the get off my lawn guy. Like I said yesterday, I walked to school uphill both ways with a tractor and a Chevrolet on my back.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the way it's always been. This is the way I want it. But everyone likes tradition. This is what I'm comfortable with. This is what it should be. But things have changed. We're in the digital era.
Mm-hmm.
And people get their news. People aren't young people, which is the future of media. They're not going to the CNNs and the Fox Newses and the MSNBCs for their news anymore. They're going to TikTok, YouTube, and other streaming type services, social media type services to get their news. Now, the younger audience is not only watching their television and watching their Mandalorian and watching their movies and everything on streaming, but now they're getting their live sports. They're watching the UFC on ESPN Plus. They're going to be watching Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
I don't know anybody like in my age group that has like satellite TV, that has direct TV or dish or whatever. Nobody in my age group that I know has that. All they have is streaming platforms.
Yes.
So,
And when you're looking at this as that audience is getting older,
mm-hmm.
everyone is cutting the cord and saying, we're out of here. And when you look at cable television, and I come from the television radio world, and you look at it as these television networks and these cable networks are offering less and less and less, but charging more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of an a la carte world. Whereas, guess what? I want to get my news, but I'm going to get it from Netflix, or I'm going to get it from TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll hear about a news story and I'll go to TikTok and get a better coverage of the actual story. A lot of times, not meaning to bring up a bad story, but using there's a big protest in Paris
Mm-hmm.
over the farmers. And instead of going and getting that news, I started going to TikTok, and you could get real time. People are on the street, they have their phone, they're filming what's going on. So you actually get to see it firsthand. And so people they don't even think, hey, I need to go turn into CNN or this news network or Sky News or Fox News.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're thinking about, hey, I got to get it on my phone. I need to Google it. I need to search. They're not thinking of I need to tune in. Television isn't, it used to be a saying called must-see TV, where the family sat down and they watch the news together or they watch the game together. Well, people are going to a streaming service. They may not want to have the Sci-Fi channel and this channel and that channel. Maybe they just want their Hulu, or maybe they just want their YouTube. And it's tailored to what people are looking for and what they want. And so I think Roger Goodell was very smart in how he worded his answers, where next year, when they start looking at and they see, wow, we got 22 million people that watch the playoff game on Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
And the new television contract comes in, and these streaming services are saying B with billion. What they're gonna have to do is they're gonna have to backpedal, and next thing you know, it's gonna be on a streaming service. Let's talk about something you said to me yesterday on the show.
Mm.
when you were talking about the game and you're like, the halftime show. I don't know if I'm going to watch Usher or I'm going to watch SpongeBob. Still sounds crazy. I just want you to know that. Still sounds crazy. But you have choices.
Hmm.
Well, there's going to come a day sooner, not later, but sooner. You know, am I going to, and before I jump to that, Monday Night Football, am I going to watch regular Monday Night Football or am I going to watch the Manning cast?
Hmm.
It's going to be, am I going to watch the Super Bowl on the network feed or am I going to watch the Hulu feed? And the
Hmm.
Hulu feed may be very different. I if they're a smart broadcast, they'd have a network feed, a streaming feed, and like another feed where they're doing different things, like have the Super Bowl run on Nickelodeon, so there's a kids feed, so everyone can watch it, and you can see this, the graphics and the slime and everything else. But you can have that traditional feed for the older audience, the kid audience, and that young adult, that 18 to 35 audience as
Hmm.
well. They all have different viewing preferences. And then you're going to start seeing how they're going to start catering to those audiences. Roger Goodell was smart by saying, not in my time, exclusive. He
Hmm.
used exclusive. I predict maybe not next year, but they've already done a playoff game.
Hmm.
The Super Bowl's next.
Yeah, I feel like if not this year, next year, they should definitely at least split it up and have it on live broadcasts, but also on the
It
streaming services because, like, um, I work at a like sports restaurant bar type thing,
mhm.
and so we have satellite and broadcast stuff. So obviously, we need the broadcast sports so that their customers can come in and watch the game. Because I do remember when the Chiefs were playing exclusively on Peacock, we could not show that game because we didn't have Peacock,
Mhm.
and people were upset about it and ended up going somewhere else to watch the game or just went home, whatever. So I do understand wanting to keep it on broadcast for that certain clientele, but I do think that they should also have it available on a streaming service as well
Yeah,
for that other
and
demographic.
and even that game, when you looked outside the market and you started looking, it was exclusively on Peacock, but some people could catch it on network television, or,
Mm-hmm.
or uh, you know, it's going to be that kind of a situation. I don't know if it's going to be next year because I don't have it at hand when the NFL media contract is up. But in the past, it was always ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox. Those
Mm-hmm.
four were always the ones negotiating for the television media rights deal. No longer. It's going to be ABC, CBS, Fox, Hulu,
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, some other streaming service. There's going to be a number of different people that are going to want a piece of that pie. And the NFL, the one thing the NFL uh, focuses on is how to make the owners more money.
Mm-hmm.
And so where the money is at is in the streaming services. So it's going to be a simulcast. And is there anything that prints money more in the United States than the Super Bowl? You're talking about, I think it's like $2 million for a 30-second commercial
Mm-hmm.
during the Super Bowl.
That's
You don't
insane.
see you don't see a media company just saying, you know what, we're gonna go all in. We're going to Hulu's gonna be Hulu instead of Hulu has live sports, Hulu has the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And people are gonna flock to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Hulu
I
Live
just see it.
Sports does not have the games that I want to watch with Hulu Sports.
Speaking of that, do you like, there's some of the streaming services I like. I'm very curious about how Monday Night Raw is going to work on Netflix.
I am as well.
Because, I could see them going at a kind of a different and fresh kind of way of looking at things. So I'm very curious about that. But with Netflix, if they pull Monday Night Raw off and they work, it's kind of like their test balloon. You best believe they're going to go after the NFL and the NBA. And then I've watched some games on Amazon Prime as well. Baseball, you can see some baseball games on Amazon Prime.
Max also shows games. I remember yesterday when I was at home and I was trying to find something to watch. HBO Max, they have like basketball games that you can stream on Max. So,
and just go back 5 years ago. There's no way, if you ask Roger Goodell or anyone else 5 years ago, hey, do you think you'll ever exclusively put a playoff game or any game on a streaming service? They would have slapped you in a corner and been like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
No way. Fast forward 5 years later, like you said, HBO Max, Peacock, Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, all these places, ESPN Plus, all these places have sports. We are getting used to having sports on streaming services. We don't want, and I'm in an older age group, and I don't want network television. I don't have network television. Matter of fact, that's not true.
My parents
have network television.
My parents have not had network television, I think, for like 10 years. My parents only have streaming stuff.
Yeah.
And they're in their 50s.
I realized that I just thought about this. I was going to say, I don't even have network television, and I haven't had network television in years. And I thought about it. Wait a minute. I do have network television, the cable service or the internet service that we have here in Europe. They just include it. It's free. And the reason why I was like, wait, I don't have it is because I don't even think about it because I don't even go to it. Yeah. I have network television on my TV and I've never turned it on, but maybe 2 minutes in my life. I don't even think about going and watching network television. Yeah. I want to go to my YouTube app. I want to go to my Amazon Prime app, my Netflix app, and you what you have there. So no, I definitely see this is it's not a, I definitely say, I guarantee, can't guarantee, but you understand what I mean. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it'll be
maybe not exclusively. They'll figure out a way where, just like the game, for certain markets, you're able to get it on a television network. You can kind of, let's say Amazon buys the full rights, but then they sell a little portion of it off to other cable networks so some people can still get the game. But there's, just like you said, your parents are in your 50s. I'm in my 50s.
Yeah.
You're not, even when that demographic is like, I'm done with cable, I'm done with network television, the writing's on the wall.
Yeah.
It's over. So that's kind of the way I see it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, with that, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll still be talking a little bit about Roger Goodell. But he says he is welcoming Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship. So stay tuned.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Alrighty guys, welcome back. Earlier we were discussing Roger Goodell and his rejection of the streaming only for the Super Bowl. And now we're going to be talking about how he is welcoming Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship. But before we do that, I just want to remind you, if you like the show and want us to send us a comment, you can do that at the tips and donation link, and that is streamelements.com/gsmcsportsnetwork./tip. Put your question at the top of the list so that I can see it, and it also just really helps the show. All right. So
I'm like, you're just looking at me, and I'm like, I'm looking at you. Okay, go for it.
So Roger Goodell welcomes Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship and dismisses conspiracy theories about it. So essentially, there's been this talk around lately that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's relationship is basically like a publicity stunt so that the NFL can get a lot more views, which obviously, because Taylor Swift has been going to the Kansas City Chiefs games, they have been getting more views and, you know, more fans and everything like that from a different demographic than normal. But Roger Goodell says, no, that's not true. You know, they're nice people, and they're, you know, just in a happy and healthy relationship, and it just so happens that Taylor Swift is dating one of their players, basically.
And I think he's kind of like, you know, first off, the NFL is the most viewed thing, I don't even know what you want to call it, on television.
Yeah.
There's nothing bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And so technically, the NFL really doesn't need more viewers.
No.
Let alone, hey, I get it. Why don't we do this publicity stunt where we fake put together Travis Kelce and put her with Taylor, put him with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do a publicity stunt, why would you use Travis Kelce? If you're gonna do it right. Hey, I'm putting Tom Brady for his last year with Taylor Swift to make a big show. Yeah, I'm just.
He's a little old for her.
Hey, that's. I'm not going there. I was going to say something. I'm going to click this up, throw it out the window, and move on. But you know, if you're trying to fake a storyline,
Mm-hmm.
then you're going to use a quarterback, a big name quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott.
Have you seen Travis Kelce? He's pretty good looking.
If you say so. Granted, that's, you know, I'm not in that wheelhouse. I'm not looking at the Kelce's saying, "Ooh, hey, how's it going, Kelce's?" Yeah. I'm not even looking at Taylor Swift, to be honest.
Oh goodness.
You know, if you're gonna pull me and pull in some like Beyonce or someone like that. But I'm just saying, so it's crazy. I like, you know, because these type of questions are the weird questions that come up on NFL Media Day. This is the big media event where the NFL rolls out Roger Goodell and everyone else. And traditionally, most of the year, it's always sports, sports or football related media that's there. The Super Bowl is bigger than just sports media. So everyone shows up. So you have the gossip people and the celebrity people and everything under the sun. You have people, I mean, every year someone shows up in a wedding dress asking a player to marry them. So you're going to get these type of questions. And this year, the big story is Taylor Swift. Many years ago, it was Tony Romo and Jessica Simpson.
Right. They're
People
people are acting like this is such a big deal, but
it's not.
How many football players have dated pop stars or movie stars? Like,
Rodney Peete and Holly Robinson. That was once upon a time, many years ago.
Yeah.
That you got Romo and Jessica Simpson.
If you're talking Lopez and some baseball player, I think.
That was Alex Rodriguez. Alex Rodriguez and a number of different celebrities. Derek Jeter, celebrity after celebrity after celebrity after celebrity. Dennis Rodman and Madonna. Rodman and Carmen Electra. This has been going on for years.
Hell, Marilyn Monroe and
I was just gonna say that one. And Joe DiMaggio.
Yeah.
Well, you girl, not that one. Wait a minute, I'm gonna bow down to you. I was about to say that one, but you weren't even thought about when that one was going on. That's 50s or 60s.
Mm-hmm.
It's always has gone on. Here's the thing I respect Taylor Swift and her music. If I hear her song, it's like, oh, but you would not call me a Swiftie. That is for sure.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I used to work at a radio station, and she came in, and I have many media stories, but I didn't even stick around to meet her. I mean, it's just, I'm not a celebrity guy, as I've mentioned before. So I'm not a Swiftie, but it's making me root for Taylor Swift because she has done nothing wrong.
No,
except for exist. All she's doing is existing.
And watching a football game like everybody else.
Yeah, she's just showing up at the games and people are like, oh, it's too much Taylor Swift. I'm not watching the game. Listen, if I saw something like this, listen, Billy, if seeing Taylor Swift for 25 seconds is going to make you turn off the game, deuces, see you later. The game doesn't need you in the first place.
You know what just popped into my brain? How a bunch of celebrities go to NBA games and they get so much like publicity and screen time during NBA games and nobody says a thing about it. Nobody.
Listen, if Taylor Swift was trying to get publicity, where to go, instead of in a box way up on the top, where they gotta zoom in and find you, just have her just by courtside seat, center court, NBA, you're right there. You can stick your foot out and trip LeBron if you want to. You can go to a Knicks game. You can go to a Warriors game. If you want the camera on you all the time, and NBA is where it's at. You watch the games, you'll see Floyd Mayweather, you'll see Jay-Z, you'll see Rihanna, the Kardashians. That's where they, that's their dating app is the NBA game. they're swiping left and swiping right on the court. Move away, James Harden. Come here, Lamar Odom. They're swiping left and right on the court. That's their dating app. Mm-hmm. So, it's one of those things. And speaking of that, what about Kim Kardashian and all the Kardashians and who they're dating?
Right,
it's been that's celebrities dating athletes. That's peanut butter and jelly.
It
They
is
just go together.
a tale as old as time, basically.
Exactly. Well, you got all wise. You went all Morgan Freeman on me all of a sudden. Your voice got deep. But
a tale as old as time.
So, but yeah. And I love how Roger Goodell, though, kind of right back into our story.
Yeah.
He says, it's a good thing. They're a couple, they're enjoying it, and it brings a younger audience, people that may not have watched the NFL. Is he what do you expect them to say? No, we don't want these people. Bring them on.
Do you know how many of my friends are Swifties and watch the games now? Because Taylor Swift, they may get to see Taylor Swift. I know so many people that normally wouldn't watch football that watch football now, and they like watching football.
That's weird, though. That's weird. Like, I don't have a problem with that, but that's weird. I'm watching the football game with hopes of getting a glimpse of Taylor Swift. That's crazy.
I don't understand Swifties, but
okay. I'm trying to think of someone that there's a few celebrities that I think are quite good looking. And let's say Sophia Bogora, whatever her name is, I think she's a good looking lady. So I hear she's at a Clipper game, so I'm gonna tune into the Clippers, like hoping that they'll pan over and see her. Like, oh my God, she's whatever. That's crazy. If you want to see Taylor Swift, just go on YouTube and pull up a video.
It's live though. You get to see her live. I don't know. I'm not.
Then go to the game. Buy you a box seat next to her then.
Gosh, you got that kind of money? Because I don't. A box seat at an NFL game?
I've been in a box seat at an NFL game. It is kind of cool. Don't hate on me. But I have been in a box seat, so it's kind of nice. And also being in media, a lot of times you're able to have access to box seats and things.
You get perks with that, yeah.
So don't be hating on me.
Coming back to our topic, though, this Goodell commented and said that the idea that this was in a script, that this was pre-planned, that's just nonsense. It's frankly not even worth talking about. We see two people who are really happy together, having fun together. I think it's wonderful, and I wish them well.
The world has become this conspiracy theory world, though. You know what I mean? I watched, like wrestling. Everyone they were talking about. I saw that everyone was booing on Monday Night Raw and saying Rock sucks, and everyone's mad at The Rock because he's gonna be most likely wrestling Roman Reigns and on WrestleMania. So everyone is upset, and so the wrestling fans are turning on The Rock now. It's just this whole conspiracy thing. It's just out of control sometimes, I think. So you looked a little shocked. You're like, what? They're booing The Rock?
That's crazy. No, it's just people like to pick and choose things, I guess, what they get upset about. But the fact that they're getting upset about, like, Taylor Swift being on TV at a football game is just beyond me. Because how many other celebrities have gone to an NFL game and have gotten screen time
every
night? Nobody says anything. Nobody, blinks an eye, It's just like, come on, man. It's really not that big of a deal.
The thing about it is, she's a nice person. It's not like she's doing bad things. If there's anyone you want on television as far as to give a good positive image, Taylor Swift. Right. I mean, she's as wholesome as it gets.
She's like consistently at games too. Like,
yes,
in Kansas, the home games, I think, do they do them in Kansas? Kansas City?
Kansas City, yes. Missouri.
Oh, Missouri. You know, that's another topic for another time.
Kansas City, Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah. Anyway, she's at every game. You know, I don't see all these other celebrities going to every single game. She's at every game, and she's given the money. And they
check. And there's been a bunch of studies done on this one. They talked about the Swift effect on the Kansas City market, where it's helped businesses and things of that nature, and it's really brought up the economy. Jersey sales have gone through the roof, and they've estimated that she's like less than 30 seconds on a game. It hasn't been like the Swifty hour where it's like, the game's in a small little circle and it's just all Taylor Swift. It's just like 10 seconds here, 5 seconds here, 10 seconds there. I don't care. You know what? I don't care who they show there. As a matter of fact, but if my prediction comes through, there's going to be some upset people. If Taylor Swift rolls out there with Usher and starts singing during halftime, people are going to lose their mind.
I don't think it's going to happen, but
that's my dark horse prediction. Taylor Swift and Usher are going to do a song together. And if the NFL was smart, you know what? I'd run with it. I would try like everything under the sun. Be like, you know what? They're gonna have one song. I think they should do it.
Well, guys, with that, I think we went on a little rant there.
All right, and this is our last Taylor Swift. I've talked about Taylor Swift more this week than Taylor Swift in my entire life. So it's gonna be a moratorium on Swift talk.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna be talking about M&Ms Comfort Ring. So stay tuned.
For the best and latest podcasts available anywhere, go to the podcast app on your cell phone and type in GSMC. To access free content-rich podcasts on health and wellness, book reviews, sports, entertainment, relationships, social media, movies, technology, finance, and even weird news. Subscribe and download the GSMC Podcast Network's family of shows, available everywhere podcasts are found.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were talking about how Roger Goodell welcomes Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship, and now we're going to be diving into the M&Ms Almost Champions Ring of Comfort.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to let you in on my head just a little bit here, which is a scary place. Okay, first, when you brought this to me, and then when you said that again. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking you said Eminem, so I'm like Slim Shady.
No,
I'm thinking Eminem the rapper. So that's and then you said M&M's Comfort Ring, and I'm like, wait a minute, what are you talking about here?
No, not Slim Shady, not Mom Spaghetti.
Yes, no Mom Spaghetti here, no Comfort Ring. Let's roll. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Okay, M&M's celebrates almost Super Bowl champions with diamond-encrusted ring. M&M's is celebrating NFL Hall of Famers who missed out on winning Super Bowl rings in a new campaign ahead Super Bowl 54 per a press release. M&M's Almost Champions Ring of Comfort will give diamond-encrusted rings to Dan Marino, Terrell Owens, and Bruce Smith. Each 14-karat gold ring includes man-made diamonds forged from peanut butter. The campaign is meant to celebrate all types of athletes, regardless if they win or lose. The full spot will air during the first commercial break of the first quarter of Super Bowl 58.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
first off,
for our viewers, I put a.
You'll put up the peanut butter ring.
Yes. There's several. There's not just one. There's several.
Okay. This was actually starting to sound cool. I'm like, diamond encrusted. I'm thinking like, oh wow, these are gonna be diamonds that like this is gonna be an expensive ring. And then I realized they're making rings out of peanut butter.
Yeah, it's a man-made ring. Diamonds.
Okay.
Diamonds.
For the audience out there, I want to explain this first off. Don't picture a peanut butter shaped ring. It's not, you can't chew on this thing. This is not peanut butter. What they do is they take the peanut butter and they put it under pressure and form a diamond out of it. Mm-hmm. So
I wonder if it's like smells like peanut butter.
If you sniff real close, you can still get a whiff of Jiffy peanut butter or Skippy. So they put it under pressure and they make an actual diamond. Mm-hmm. I know some of you are going to be like, duh, so what? But there's going to be one or two people out there that think that they had a ring made out of Skippy. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
My question is, what if somebody has a peanut allergy?
Oh, not the same.
It's not the same?
No, not at all.
Okay.
You're not going to get sick from the ring. You're going to be able to scratch your face. You're just going to blow up. Your face is going to blow up. You're going to croak over from...
Just ignore that I said that. Just take that out of your brain that I just said that.
Actually, I love it, though. So what happens is when they put it under pressure, it's under a lot of heat and pressure, it forms a diamond. They're doing this, like some people are taking the remains of family members when they pass on, and they're turning their ashes into a diamond.
That's what I want to do when I die. I want to be a diamond.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen anytime soon.
I mean, me too. But plan ahead, right?
For our 1 millionth caller, you get a Faith diamond. Let's not kill Faith off, okay? So they're making these. People are, it's crazy what they can do nowadays with things. Yeah. And so, okay, Bruce Smith, one of the greatest defensive players of all time. Dan Marino, in my opinion, he's one of my top 5 quarterbacks in history. This is where people will get upset with me. I have Tom Brady 1, Peyton Manning 2, Dan Marino 3. Here's where people can get upset. I'm putting Patrick Mahomes 4, Joe Montana 5. That's those, and Patrick Mahomes hasn't even been around that long.
Yeah.
But Dan Marino is one of the greatest quarterbacks who ever played the game, and he's never won a championship ring. So I can understand that. Terrell Owens, okay. I like Terrell. Okay. I had to think about it. When you mentioned Terrell Owens, I'm like, doesn't he have a championship? And it's like, no, he does not have a championship. At least I don't. Yeah. So I understand why they do it. It's a publicity stunt. They're not expensive rings. They get paid. They get these.
Well,
I don't think they would really want them if it wasn't for the fact that this is an endorsement.
So I found out about this on Instagram, and the post that I found it on, I was kind of nosy, and I went through the comments, and it seems like there are people that are upset about this.
Ooh, give me the comments.
Somebody said, stop giving awards to teams/individuals that didn't win. This, quote, everybody gets a trophy, unquote, culture is ruining sports.
Everyone gets a trophy, and everyone gets orange slices.
And then someone said runner-up trophies in the NFL, question mark?
This isn't real. This isn't a NFL sanctioned. Roger Goodell has just announced that we're going to give out peanut butter diamonds to everybody now.
Someone said, imagine the yellow peanut mocking you in your sleep for losing the Super Bowl.
I am down for that. As a matter of fact, they should do that commercial after they give out the peanut butter diamonds, and that commercial should air on the Nickelodeon broadcast. You have any other ones? Because I am digging these.
Let's see. Someone said so unnecessary.
There's some bitter people out there.
132 other ways to waste money.
Well, it's more of it's a promotion. The fact is, people are losing their mind. They're not thinking about the fact that
that's the whole
story
point.
is
You're giving them traction.
And it's a cool thing. It's a peanut butter diamond. It's not a blood diamond. It's a peanut butter diamond. No one has died to get this. These are not blood diamonds. These are peanut butter diamonds. And I want one. Send your peanut butter diamonds to me. Unless you have a peanut allergy. Faith.
I don't have a peanut allergy. I was just curious.
You were just looking out for all the individuals.
I was.
We didn't want this epidemic of people croaking over from their peanut butter diamonds.
Okay, so the diamond included in the ring were lab created using peanut butter. The ring itself opens to reveal a replica of a football stadium, which is able to hold a single peanut butter M&M. So you can carry a little snack with you in case you get hungry.
I'm sharing with everybody a little bit more personal information about me. I'm a diabetic. So I want this ring so that I'm walking around and it's like, oh boy, my blood sugar's a little low. Pop
one
that bad boy.
Peanut M&M.
Toss me one peanut M&M and I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
One peanut M&M is going to save
you're going down and you just open up your ring and just drop the peanut M&M in your mouth and it saves you.
Oh my gosh. That has tickled me. Goodness gracious.
Are you picturing this?
Yeah,
this. Matter of fact, I think they should sell these on the M&M website. I want one.
I don't like big bulky rings, but it is cute. It has a little M&M guy on there.
Is there a picture of it for the show?
Yes.
Awesome.
Here, just Google it real quick so you can look at it. I think it's cute.
Wait a minute. I gotta look up peanut ring. If something bad comes up, Faith, I'm gonna be upset.
That's your fault, not mine.
Wait a minute. Now I'm gonna go peanut. Let's go M&Ms now. Apparently, there's way more peanut rings out there than I thought. Okay. All right. Let's keep on going. It's taking a lot longer. I don't see these rings. I'm getting everything M&M and peanut. Ooh, actually, I do. I now see it.
Yeah.
I dig this ring. It's actually
cool.
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I think it should be a pinky ring. You're there's a little pinky ring,
Oh gosh.
So, the big one for your ring finger, that's a peanut M&M. But for the regular one, you got a pinky ring just for the plain chocolate one.
So you're getting two in this scenario?
Well, here you go. When I was a kid, you couldn't wait to eat the cereal because there was a prize or like a decoder ring or something at the end. Well, now you can buy a bag of M&Ms. At the bottom of the M&M package, there's a little pinky
Also,
ring
it would
for
be
everybody.
like a Cracker Jack box, kind of.
Yes,
Yeah.
I say that's the commercial right there. That's the promotion.
Feel like they would probably start losing money if they're putting 14 karat gold rings in each individual bag of peanut M&Ms.
Wait a minute. These are peanut butter diamonds. These aren't the real diamonds. They're going to be a little cheaper. Like I said, no blood diamonds, peanut butter diamonds.
But
that's what we're going for.
Gold. It's a gold ring.
It's probably like gold paint. Not even. There's just a smidgen of gold in there.
A smidgen of gold.
It'll sprinkle a little gold on there. You know what I mean? You know the food that you have like the gold leaf and it's like 14 karat gold hot dog and it's like a little bit of sprinkled gold on there. Just a little bit of that on there. That's all it needs.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about our oddities of the day.
Okay. That wasn't an oddity?
No, this is just... I was trying to tie in the sports world a little bit, but yeah, it is a little weird.
I'm loving it. It's okay. All right.
All right, guys. See you in a second. Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier we were talking about the M&Ms almost Super Bowl champion diamond encrusted ring, and now we're going to be talking about our oddities of the day. I got a weird one today. It's a little weird.
See, you don't even tell me what it is. It's just like, it's a weird one. I just start laughing.
So, Reese Witherspoon eats snow, and some people aren't happy.
Okay, I am aware of this slightly. Go for this one.
Reese Witherspoon has defended herself after receiving some words of warning online after eating snow. The Hollywood A-lister, Oscar winner, and multi-millionaire Witherspoon likes to eat snow. Earlier in January, the Legally Blonde and morning show star shared a TikTok video showing herself eating a chocachino made of snow collected from outside her home, topped with cold brew coffee and chocolate and salted caramel syrups. The internet's reaction, it's fair to say, was mixed. We've all heard "don't eat yellow snow," as one follower commented, but apparently innocent-looking white snow has its own hidden dangers. Okay.
I can't even share my mind right now. Okay.
I'm just gonna say
the
this.
Dangers of white snow.
Guys, go outside and touch some grass. You are getting so upset about what these people are doing in their life. Let Reese Witherspoon eat snow if she wants to eat snow. Come on. Go outside.
Keep on. No. I want you to keep going with this. All right. Why does someone care that Reese Witherspoon?
I don't know.
Listen.
It's
people,
not that serious.
I do not care if Reese Witherspoon takes chocolate syrup and pour it on the sidewalk and licks the sidewalk. If that's what she wants to do,
Who cares?
you.
Who cares? I mean, how many kids probably have eaten snow in their day, and they're fine.
Are you sure they're fine? You sure that maybe there's like a goiter like sticking out of their neck or something because they ate too much snow? Apparently, snow is not as clean as people would think it is. Apparently, this is what everyone's all upset about.
I do have some science stuff.
Okay, let's hear the research. I'm there for you. I'm there for the words for you.
What does science say? A snowflake begins life as a tiny droplet of supercooled water which freezes in the sky to create an ice crystal. The droplet becomes frozen either because temperatures are sufficiently cold to freeze to other droplets or in clouds above -35 Celsius. They can form around a nucleus such as a dust or pollen particle. Once the ice crystal has formed, if the conditions are right, it will grow to form a snowflake. Scientists say that they may also pick up other elements in the atmosphere, including pollutants. So they say that, the snow could be dirty and gross.
Okay. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All of this is true. But do you know how much stuff that we take in just from,
Let's talk about the air we breathe every day.
The air we breathe.
Yeah.
You want to know, think about how toxic Skittles are. Skittles are the most unhealthy thing on the planet.
Are they really?
Oh, God. Skittles.
I did not know
Skittles.
That.
You can't, Skittles are banned in most countries. Also, we have to do this coming up. I'm just going to tell people what one of our shows is going to be, one of our topics. Faith, we are going to do things that are banned, things that are in America that are banned in Europe. Mm-hmm. There are so many things that Europe will not accept from America because they're so toxic that you can't eat them. But it's okay for Americans to eat that, but people will lose their mind over Reese Witherspoon eating some snow.
Yeah.
Or you can go to Calgary or Montreal in Canada, and one of the cool things that they like to do is they will take the maple sap from the trees, and they'll pour the sap on the snow, and it's a kid's treat where the snow and the sap mix together, and it makes a really cool, chewy, syrupy, sugary treat.
Yeah.
And guess what? Canada's still around. Canada's not shutting down anytime soon.
They're the least problematic people ever, too. So maybe you need to eat snow and maple syrup.
And guess what? Canadians are pretty darn healthy, So maybe Reese Witherspoon knows something. Maybe it's like Ninja Turtles. They got exposed to the radiation and everything. That's why Reese Witherspoon has been so successful. She's been eating this snow ice cream, and all the pollutants have made her a mutant now, and she can do all these great movies.
I can't get over the fact that you just compared Reese Witherspoon to a Ninja Turtle.
How do you think she comes up with these Sweet Home Alabamas and Legally Blonde?
Okay, it's Legally Blonde is a classic. I love that movie.
Actually, you know what? It is.
It is.
Not a movie I would normally like, but she's awesome. She is absolutely awesome.
What? Like it's hard? I love that movie.
So, Reese Witherspoon is one of my guilty pleasures. You kind of hide out, don't want your buddies that really know. You're
watching a Reese Witherspoon movie?
Yeah. They really think I'm streaming the game on Peacock, but I'm actually watching Reese Witherspoon. I'm watching my 15th reenactment of Sweet Home Alabama and Legally Blonde. Wasn't she was in 4 Christmases as well, right?
I think so.
I think so. And that is one of the most underrated Christmas
Four
movies
Christmases
there
is a good movie.
Four Christmas. That is unreal
Yeah.
good. She comes up with this because she's been eating the snow. The pollutants get into her mind. It activates, and all of a sudden, all this new stuff comes piling out. You take the snow from her, and she's doing white chicks. Okay? Which is one of the worst movies ever.
You don't like the movie White Chicks?
Shut up. Move on. Move away. Step away. Please tell me you're not a White Chicks fan. That sounds so funny saying that to you. But
I think it's a funny movie.
White Chicks, Snakes on the Plane. The two worst movies in the history of mankind.
I have not seen Snakes on a Plane.
It's the same movie. Horrible with a side over horrible. Fall asleep, wake up, horrible.
Good to know.
It's going to be all these people who are just, there's going to be this whole subgroup that just obsessed over White Chicks, the movie, and I'm going to get all this hate mail.
I think it's a funny movie. It's definitely like fever dream kind of movie, though, you know?
But you've watched the whole movie?
White Chicks? Yeah.
Wow. That's a whole nother level of discipline. I can't even make it through it. I have tried a few times. Oh no, I can't do it. I'm passing on that one. So, all right, let's go back to our snow eating friend, Reese Witherspoon. You know, you're like, and what exactly is she? We didn't even talk about this. What exactly did she eat? Wasn't it like a whole like recipe or something?
Yeah, so she like goes outside and scoops the snow, and then she puts like cold brewed coffee on it, and then chocolate and salted caramel syrups on it. So it's like a frappuccino kind of.
How about this? Instead of being upset with her, give her a gold star. She's trying to save the environment. She's being energy conscious. She's not wasting energy. She's using what Mother Nature has given her to make her morning brew. I like it.
Okay, but she can make a frappuccino with ice from her freezer and blend it and have the same thing.
But she's not doing that. The freezer uses too much energy, which then fossil fuel. She's going outside.
Her freezer's still on regardless. She's not conserving.
I'm working the angles here, okay? I'm working the angles. She is saving the environment for the Swifties to keep being around. So by each frappuccino that she drinks, saves a snow owl or something like that. It's a good thing. It's environment. She's being environmentally responsible. That's the way I see it.
Well, thank you for your take on that.
Okay, maybe I was stretching it a little bit here.
I think you were stretching it a little bit, yeah.
Indirectly, she's trying to use what Mother Nature has given us, and people are just being upset. People, I think everyone that's upset should take a deep breath, go outside, make you a little snow frappuccino, and just relax and chill. That's what I said. All right.
Yeah,
Anything else with this one, or have we done enough with Reese Witherspoon, Miss Sweet Home Alabama?
I think we've covered it.
And don't watch White Chicks. Stay away from that movie. It's horrible. I feel strongly about White Chicks.
Agree to disagree. Alrighty, guys. Well, we're going to close out the show with that. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Andrew Tate Show, presented by GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content updates. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right.